It's time for... Move to the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports. Right now, the Hornets are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans.
Yeah, and this is the second game of a back-to-back for them, so they didn't have a long time to think about that loss last night. They've got to get right back out there and into the grind.
And, you know, in many ways, it's almost better that way. You don't have to spend much time thinking about the loss. You can direct your attention, your energy, and your emotions towards figuring out how to win the next time you get out there. So I think that's a good thing.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Sanders. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Redick in the 2 spot. Here's Parker. Unloads. The shot no good. Some solid D from Nowitzki. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
From deep, here's Sanders. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Kazanya, he's checked in for Charlotte.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, Jay. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fellas?
Nowitzki. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Detroit.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Sanders with a screen on Parker. Left side, Leonard. To the inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Charlotte making a switch here. Hunter's checked in. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15 and 29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Parker passes to Hunter. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Parker dishes to Green. Back to Parker. On the wing, Green. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. The Pistons trailing. And the wide open shot from Redick. Connects from three-point range.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Gobert, the screen. The shot is off. Great D that time from Leonard. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Hunter. He's covered by Leonard. Hunter, the pass to Parker. It's stolen by Schroeder. Parker with no one around. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Sanders kicks to Redick. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Leonard dishes to Nowitzki. Good if it goes. And released it in time, but 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard, I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
Jonas Jerebko out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Barton in the shooting guard position. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Dunleavy for 3. Passes to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. Pass to Jerebko. Wiggins outside. Fires for 3. Bargnani grabs the board.
All the time in the world to get that one off. Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Green. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And stolen by Wiggins. Back to Brooks. Wiggins outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Off the left rim and out.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Dunleavy kicks to Bargnani. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The offensive rebound.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the three in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Urebko. Hezonja comes in for Barton. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Rudy Gobert comes in for Mozgov. And it's C.J. Miles in for Andrew Wiggins.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Now here's Nowitzki. 6 points for him. And Sanders kicks to Nowitzki. Over Green. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist from Sanders. 8 points for Nowitzki.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Detroit. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Atlanta. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Charlotte. Wiggins comes in for C.J. Miles. And Barton subbed in for Hezonja. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Green, the pass to Gobert. Green dishes to Barton. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Schroeder kicks to Leonard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Parker got it off in time, but it's no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Pistons ahead. Ending the second quarter with a 13-5 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Detroit. Green is up there with Livingston. Then there's Dunleavy. Then it's Bargnani. And it's Bynum. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on. And Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Ball stolen. Parker passes to Green.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that opening of a look.
Here's Dunleavy. He's got 5. All alone. That's in, coming off the assist from Bynum. Dunleavy's got 7.
Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
He kicks it to Barton for the tie.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends.
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Big basket by Draymond Green.
It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Green.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Parker. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Will Barton.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Charlotte. Mozgov, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Hezonja in for Will Barton. Back to Leonard. Parker with the steal. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Brooks checked in for Tony Parker. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets team. Fans, that was your.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here's Schroeder. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Feeds it to Nowitzki.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Picked off in midair. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal.
The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for your Hornets, shooting 2.
And that one falls for Brooks. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's the 3. And Brooks is good for 3. Brooks has got 4 this quarter.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Leonard attacking. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
1:11 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Green. To the paint. Mozgov. Good D by Sanders.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's got 10. It's stolen by Green.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
The Pistons have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Steve Novak, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Charlotte in the lead. just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks with it. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Novak, that's for 2. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hornets ahead, leading by just 2. And coming up as soon as we return. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Brooks out there with Hazonia. Then there's Steve Novak. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Mozgov in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And he gets the bucket.
You know, it was a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way.
Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Wiggins kicks to Novak. Again, the Hornets score. Pistons trail by 4. Right wing. Dunleavy for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And in thinking about Bargnani's impact, he's a guy who can generate points from every spot on the floor. 3-point range, converts at the rim. He's about 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and shoots free throws like a guard.
Here's Dunleavy. They kick it out to Green. It's tipped. And stolen by Wiggins. Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, it's the love to go up and jam like that.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Novak dishes to Parker. Over to the wing. 17-foot shot on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for them.
Yeah, but they've got to find a way to convert those extra possessions into points if they're going to come back in this one.
How about Wiggins in this one? 9 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Hornets. Will Barton comes in for Hazonia.
That's his second personal foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Wiggins kicks to Novak. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Novak's got 8 here in the quarter.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out fast the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Charlotte.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Novak, the pass to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Dishes it to Barton. There's the 3. That is good. And the Hornets lead by 13.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
Parker kicks to Novak. This one for 3.
Novak, 3.
That is good. Novak's got the lead up to 13 now for Charlotte. The pass to Nowitzki. From deep three-point range. No luck. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Parker kicks to Novak. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Pistons trail by 13. Schroeder kicks to Nowitzki. .125 left in the fourth. Again, the miss by Nowitzki. Out to the wing. Here is Novak. Defended by Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the steal.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hornets.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for them too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Pistons.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Wiggins. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time.
In for your Hornets, Timothy Mozgov, R.J. Hunter, Aaron Brooks.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson.